Hello to all our amazing listeners. Welcome back to English Spark US, the place where we ignite your passion for learning and make English simple, natural, and fun. I'm your host, Emily, and I am thrilled to be behind the microphone today.
And hello, everyone. I'm Mark. It is genuinely a fantastic day to be here. The sun is shining, the coffee is hot, and the vibes in the studio are great. Emily, you seem to be glowing with positivity today. What's going on?
I really am, Mark. I woke up feeling ready to conquer the world. But honestly, my mood comes from the incredible topic we have prepared for our listeners. It is something that can literally change lives.
That is a big claim. A life-changing topic? But what exactly are we talking about that has you so excited?
It is a big claim, but I stand by it. Today, we aren't just talking about grammar or vocabulary. We are talking about the foundation of success. We are discussing dreams, goals, and the art of starting.
Ah, I see. This is deep. The title of today's episode is Stop Waiting, Start Building Your Future. It sounds serious, but also very motivating.
Exactly. It is about taking control. But Mark, before we dive into the heavy stuff, we have a tiny request for our wonderful community. We need their help to keep this channel growing and reaching more students.
Yes, we do. But listeners, do you know the one simple click that makes a huge difference for us? If you enjoy our conversations and want to improve your English fluency, please smash that like button and subscribe to English Spark US. It tells YouTube that our lessons are useful, and it helps us create more content for you.
Absolutely. And don't forget to share this specific episode with a friend. Maybe you have a friend who has big plans but is afraid to start. This episode is for them. Send it to the dreamers in your life.
Okay, the housekeeping is done. Emily, let's get into it. Stop waiting. It sounds simple, but it's actually very hard for people. Why do you think stopping the wait is so difficult for us?
That is the million-dollar question, Mark. We all have ambitions. Maybe it is mastering English, starting a bakery, traveling to Japan, or getting fit. But we have a bad habit. We wait.
We certainly do. I'm guilty of this. We're usually waiting for the perfect time, when the stars align and everything is calm.
Oh, the perfect time myth. I know it well. It's like waiting for all the traffic lights in the city to turn green before you leave your house.
That's a great comparison. I do this with exercise. I tell myself, I will start running when I buy those expensive professional sneakers. But Emily, do you think I actually run when I get the shoes?
I'm gonna guess no. You probably find a new excuse, right?
You know me too well. Once I get the shoes, I look out the window and say, oh, it looks a bit cloudy. I will wait for the sun.
Exactly. First it's the shoes, then it's the weather, then it's I'm too tired. There is always a logic to our procrastination. It's a mental trap.
It is a trap. We convince ourselves that we're being smart by waiting, but actually, we're just stalling. We think a perfect, stress-free day is coming.
But Mark, here's the scary reality about that perfect day. Do you want to know the hard truth about the perfect time?
I'm a little nervous, but yes, tell me the truth.
The perfect time does not exist. It's a fantasy. There's no day on the calendar where you will have zero problems, zero fatigue, and infinite energy. There is only today.
Only today. That is actually quite intimidating. Today is usually messy. Today I have laundry to do, emails to answer, and I'm a bit sleepy.
I understand, life is messy, but if you wait until you're not busy, you'll be waiting until you're 90 years old. We have to learn to build in the middle of the mess.
Okay, I accept that. We must stop waiting. But if we are busy and tired, how on earth do we start?
We start by changing our perspective. I want you to visualize something. Imagine you're building a magnificent, large house. It has a garden, a big kitchen, everything you want.
Okay, I have the picture in my mind. It's a 2-story house with a blue roof. It looks amazing.
Great. Now, do you build that entire house in a single afternoon? Is that physically possible?
No, of course not. That would be magic, not construction. It takes months.
Right. You lay one single brick, just one, and the next day, another. So what does this brick look like in our real lives?
I love this metaphor. Our life is the house, and our habits are the bricks. So for our listeners trying to learn English, what is a brick?
A brick is a micro-action. It is something so small that it is impossible to say no to. Many people look at the goal, speak fluent English. That's the house. It feels huge and heavy.
It is heavy. It feels like climbing a mountain, so they get overwhelmed and do nothing.
Exactly. Instead, they should focus on laying one brick today. Can you give me an example of a brick for learning English?
Let me try. A brick isn't study for 3 hours. A brick is listening to this podcast for 10 minutes.
Perfect. If you're listening to us right now, congratulations. You just laid a brick. You're building your house.
That feels good. Another brick could be learning just 5 new vocabulary words.
Yes, 5 words is nothing, but 5 words a day for a year? That is over 1,800 words. That is fluency.
It adds up so fast. But Emily, besides laziness, there is another dark reason why people wait. What is the shadow that stops us from picking up that first brick?
The shadow is fear. It is the biggest enemy of progress.
Fear? You mean being afraid of the dark?
No, I mean the fear of failure, the fear of looking foolish. We don't start a business because we might lose money. We don't speak English because we might use the wrong verb tense.
Oh, I feel that. No one wants to look silly. It feels safer to do nothing than to try and fail.
But remember, our motto at English Spark US is mistakes are proof that you are trying.
I remember, but even knowing that, I still feel the fear in my stomach. What do I do?
Here's the secret, Mark. You don't have to wait for the fear to go away. You can be terrified and still take action.
So I can be shaking in my boots but still walk forward?
Exactly. Action is the cure for fear. When you sit on the sofa thinking, the fear grows. When you stand up and start doing, the fear shrinks. You get too busy working to be scared.
The doing is the medicine. That is powerful. I actually have a dream I've been scared to start. Do you want to know what I've been waiting to do?
I absolutely want to know. Tell us, Mark.
Well, I have always wanted to learn photography, real professional photography.
That is a fantastic hobby. You have a great eye for detail. Why haven't you started?
The equipment. Cameras are so expensive. Lenses cost thousands of dollars. So I say, I will start when I can afford the best camera. And I wait.
Classic Mark, waiting for the shoes again. Let's apply the brick method. How can you start photography today with zero money?
Without money? I suppose I could use my smartphone. The camera's decent.
Yes, and you can watch tutorials on YouTube about lighting and composition. You can learn how to frame a shot. You don't need a $2,000 camera to learn about light.
You are right. I could learn the theory today. That is a brick. I can ask my cousin to borrow his old camera, too.
See, you are resourceful. You don't need to wait for someday.
Someday. That is a dangerous word, isn't it? Why is someday such a problem for our goals?
Mark, pull up the calendar on your phone. Scroll through the days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay, I am scrolling. Saturday, Sunday, back to Monday.
Do you see a day named someday?
I do not. It is not there.
Exactly. Someday is not a day of the week. If you say, I will do it someday, you are saying, I will never do it. It is a fantasy land where dreams go to die.
That is brutal but true. So, how do we take a dream out of someday and into reality?
You have to schedule it, just like a dentist appointment or a meeting with your boss. You don't say, I'll see the dentist someday. You say, Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Right. If it's not on the calendar, it's not real. I need to make an appointment with my dream.
Treat your goals with respect. Don't cancel on yourself.
But Emily, sometimes I schedule it and then Tuesday at 3 p.m. comes and I just want a nap. I get lazy. Do you have a trick for when our brains just want to be lazy?
I am the queen of lazy days, Mark. I love my sofa, but I use the 5-minute rule.
I love rules that make life easier. How does it work?
If I don't want to exercise or study, I tell myself, Emily, just do it for 5 minutes. If you hate it after 5 minutes, you can stop.
Only 5 minutes? That sounds too easy. Anyone can do 5 minutes.
That's the trick. It removes the pressure. But do you know what usually happens after those 5 minutes are up?
Let me guess, you don't stop.
Exactly. Starting is the hardest part. It's like pushing a car. Once the car is moving, it's easy to keep it rolling. Usually, I finish the 5 minutes and think, I feel good. I'll do another 10.
It's a brain hack. You are tricking yourself into productivity. I am definitely going to use that for my photography. Just take pictures for 5 minutes.
It works every time. Now, Mark, we have to address one final excuse, the saddest one. What about the people who think they have missed the boat?
The I'm too old excuse, or it is too late for me.
It breaks my heart because it is never true. As long as you are breathing, you can build.
I agree. My uncle started learning to code computers when he was 60. Now he makes apps for fun.
That is amazing, and history is full of people like that. It doesn't matter if you're 20 or 80, your future is still unwritten.
So no more excuses about age. Emily, this has been so inspiring. What is the plan now?
The plan is action. You, Mark, are going to take some photos with your phone today.
Yes, as soon as we finish recording, I am going outside to take photos of the sunset. No more waiting for the expensive camera.
I'm proud of you, and talking about it helps, right? When you tell someone, you feel responsible to do it.
It does. Public pressure is a good thing. Now we want to put that pressure on our listeners in a nice way. Listeners, are you ready to tell us your plan?
This is your homework. In the comments below, tell us one thing you want to build. Is it better English, a new career, a healthier body?
And tell us the brick. What is the one small step you will take today? Not someday, today.
We read every comment, and we will be cheering for you. You are the architect of your life. Stop waiting, start building.
Thank you for listening to English Spark US. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this motivation.
Have a wonderful, active day, everyone. Bye.